So we just had the most fantastic afternoon. This is wild. This morning we've woken up, we're packing up, we're going to pack up and head to Kruger. But the most amazing scene is unfolding. This mist has pulled in. You would swear you are at Mana Pools when you're here in Kruger National Park on the Mazar side. This mist is just next level. Baboons are going off, so there's probably something there, predator wise. But let's head to Kruger. We leave Mapungubwe's amazing bird life and red rocky outcrops behind and head to Punda Maria. Right, so we arrived here at Punda Maria Rest Camp. It is one of my favorite rest camps in the Kruger. Man, it is so good to be back in the Kruger and to see it looking like this. I come up here every single January without fail. Unfortunately this year we couldn't make it, but I'm up here in February and I haven't seen Punda Maria look like this for at least 4 to 5 years. Magic. Got a fenced campsite, so leaving early from Mapungubwe helped. And the road was absolutely terrible. Please, whatever you do, if you're driving from Mapungubwe National Park to Punda Maria Rest Camp, please go via Musina and then enter at the Pafuri gate and then come down through the park to Punda Maria. We went through Tuyondo, which was an absolute nightmare, the 60 km/h speed limit with the potholes. Yeah, it was a long day on the road, but we're here in the Kruger. One of, if not my favorite place in the world. 2 nights at Punda Maria, fence site, waterholes just in front of us here. Camp is set up. Man, what a privilege to be out here. African bush. It's going to be a great time. Sunset's about to happen, so time to get the fire started. Some meat on the braai. Magic. This is Africa at its best. Just a couple of hours into our visit, Punda Maria delivered a magnificent sunset. Now that's not a bad view to wake up to. The impala are right here. Heard some hyena last night, some lion. Since this waterhole has been here for like the last 4 or 5 years here at Punda Maria, it's completely transformed the campsite. Few better places to wake up in the morning, eh? Gotta love it. Right, so packed up, and the plan for the day is to head to Pafuri. Now Pafuri is one of the, if not the most beautiful region in the Kruger National Park, right on the northern edge next to Zimbabwe and Mozambique. It is magic, eh? A birders and animal loving paradise. Not sure we're going to see much with all the tall grass, but birders literally flood from all parts of the world to this exact spot, and there's a good reason why. You get birds there that you get nowhere else in the world. So Pafuri is one of my favorite places. Hopefully we will be able to access Crook's Corner. I'm not sure with the Limpopo being in flood if we're going to be able to do that. That's also a magic spot. Got some leftover braai meat from last night for the breakfast. Gonna make some coffee. It's about an hour's drive from here, Punda Maria. If you do the speed limit of 50 kilometers an hour without stopping, we're gonna stop for game, etc. So hour and a half, 2 hours. Spend the day at Pafuri, come back here. Doesn't get better than this, eh? There was a real sense of nostalgia when we reached the Lavuvu River. We camped on this river just 3 months ago at Makuya, and it's one of the most tranquil scenes you will ever find in Africa. So behind me here is the ablution block here at Pafuri, and that is the flood level in February 2000 of the Lavuvu River, which is there. Incredible, hey? And in 2013 it came down again. There's no flood level marking, but it shows the power of the water, that it can go from there to up there. Definitely not like that now. Doesn't seem like, even though it burst its banks a couple of weeks ago, it didn't reach the actual picnic site, so no damage was caused. But that's a flood level in February 2000. I haven't seen Pafuri look like this since 2010, so that's 11 years. Looks absolutely amazing, hey? I wouldn't say the Lavuvu River is in full flood, but pretty much full flood, hey? Unfortunately, we're hearing that the road to Crook's Corner is closed. We're just going to go and check and confirm that it is closed. But if it is closed, I'll show you guys some old footage of what the road looks like. It might not be the best footage because it's using old cameras, but just to give you guys an idea of what it looks like and what Crook's Corner looks like. My first ever YouTube video was actually about Pafuri. Terrible video, but it was my first one, so that's understandable. Hopefully I've gotten better, but I'll show you some clips from that as well. So this is where it all started on YouTube, I guess. Really privileged to be able to have this on our doorstep practically. So let's go check out if you can get to Crook's Corner. Pafuri Picnic Spot is a place I highly recommend visiting. Unfortunately, the road to Crook's Corner was closed, so here's a taste of what you can expect along this stunning stretch of road. It was actually voted Kruger's most scenic road. So we arrived back at camp. It's really unfortunate that we couldn't do the S63 road to Crook's Corner, but it's a scorcher today, just hit 40 degrees Celsius. So this means that it is time for a Kruger tradition, a swim, and then I'm gonna head out onto the Mahoney Loop this afternoon, game drive. So what's actually happening here on the Mahoney Loop, which I've actually never seen happen on this road, is there are underwater springs, natural springs in the area, and all of them are flowing. So there's literally water flowing down the road. It's absolutely amazing, and it's crystal clear. Man, I've never seen this here, and this road has never looked so lush. Not that great for the photography and videography of the animals, because they are in the grass, but still awesome to see this place like this. I also highly recommend doing the Mahoney Loop. It's one of the few drives you can actually do around Punda Maria. There aren't really a huge variety of roads, but definitely my favorite. So it's been a really quiet game drive in terms of game. That's okay, that happens. So it's just some Impala here, just enjoying watching them walk past the car and watch the sunset. Head back to camp, start a fire, chicken burgers tonight, looking forward to that. And tomorrow we pack up and head to my favorite campsite in South Africa, Tsendze Rustic Camp. The vervet monkeys at Punda Maria are seriously cheeky, but it was the nocturnal version, the bush baby, that would somehow make it into the cruiser and drink all of my fruit juice. Cheeky bugger. We left Punda Maria and started the much anticipated drive south to Tsendze. So we're out here at the Babalala picnic site. It's a nice break between Punda Maria and Tsendze. We're going to take the Mpongola loop along the river. It's an absolutely stunning loop. Feels like you're in the Okavango Delta in some parts of it. So yeah, that should be good. Temperature's rising, but we got a coffee. Let's hit the road. Following the Mpongola River, which eventually flows into the Tsendze, it was clear to see that Kruger experienced very heavy rainfall this season. A quick stop at Tsendze and Mopani to check in meant we were closing in on Tsendze. Right, so we have arrived at my favorite, or one of my favorite campsites. Tsendze Rustic Camp in the Kruger National Park. Magic. Awesome to be here. Remember that you need to check in at Mopani before you come here. They allocate a site to you in Tsendze. So Chris is staying in number 14 and I'm in number 15. So gonna get the trailer set up because it's 3 nights here. Use it as a base camp. Doesn't get better than this. Tsendze Rustic Camp. The first place I ever bush camped, and I'll come back here 10 times a year. That's how good it is. Let's get this trailer set up. Tsendze is rustic, which means there is no power and you are not allowed to run a generator. So solar power is necessary. This is what makes this camp so tranquil. Right, so I normally wouldn't put this on camera, but this is another question that you guys have asked. You said, Ed, or this is something that you guys have said, Ed, it looks so easy out there. Doesn't look like a lot of hard work. Looks like you have a good time. We have a good time, yes, but this is me showing you what I look like after I put up this frankly massive, fantastic but massive trailer tent in the 40-degree heat. It is a job. I'm sweating, and now I think I'm going to go have a cold shower and enjoy an ice cold beer, but the tent is up. Right, around 5:15, waking up early. This is the benefit of having a trailer, is you just leave it as a base camp, no tent to pack away in the morning. And we're going to go and look for the lions that were calling all night. Hopefully we can find them. They were pretty close. So time for coffee. Let's hit the road. So, maybe 10 minutes outside of Tsendze, we found the two males that were calling last night. Magic. After this amazing sighting, we headed onto another one of my favorite roads, the S143, or Tropic of Capricorn Loop. Right, so that was an awesome morning drive. Amazing sighting of those two lions, two big males. Shame the one looks like he's got a bit of a limp and a sore leg. But even the Tropic of Capricorn looked completely different, so a lot of game there. One of my favorite drives in the Kruger. Definitely recommend doing that loop. And now we're heading back to Tsendze. The rain has pulled in, and I think it's coffee and then nap time. The endless struggle of storing all this 4K footage was finally over for me, as these lacy, rugged drives make light work of transferring all the files. So it's been nice and relaxed here at Tsendze today. We had a nap and yeah, afternoon drive, looking forward to it. Tomorrow might go and look for those wild dogs I saw in September last year. That was an awesome sighting. Hey, saw the little pups, and they've seen them recently around this area, so hopefully we can find them. But that lion sighting was magic. Hey, and sun has finally come out for the solar panels, luckily. Tsendze, amazing as usual, always delivers. Never seen it like this. So let's head out to Shipandani High. The Shipandani and Pioneer bird hides offer peaceful sunset or sunrise opportunities, as they are only a couple of minutes away from Tsendze. One of Tsendze's signature features is its abundance of owls, and this evening we had this special sighting right in our campsite. Right, so Chris has gone to bed. I think it's around 11 o'clock, and the lions are calling nearby again. Sounds like those two same males we saw this morning. So Chris has to head into Phalaborwa in the morning to pick something up. I'm going to head further down south towards Letaba, have some coffee on the high water bridge in the morning, just enjoying the sunrise there. So time to climb into the Echo, grab a good night's rest, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Once again enjoying the morning sounds here at Tsendze. They are some of the best you'll ever find in Africa. Amazing. The francolins, puffbacks, bee-eaters came over earlier. Always make sure you close the gate when you leave Tsendze, so none of those hyenas, leopards and lions can get in. Sort of brings back childhood memories, opening and closing the gates at these bush camps. So just stumbled across quite a nice herd of buffalo, and it's the biggest herd I've seen for a while actually. The birds on top of the buffalo catching a lift are actually yellow-billed oxpeckers, and they play a very important role in the ecosystem by removing parasites off the animals here, and in this case it's the buffalo. But you see them on all different kinds of animals, impala, giraffe, very important role. And the yellow-billed oxpecker, strangely enough, is actually an endangered species of bird. So they actually ask you to record the sightings here in the Kruger and give them the GPS coordinates. The red-billed oxpecker is a little more common, so it's really nice to see the yellow-billed. Normally only up north here is where you see them in the park. Nice herd of buffalo. This is the high water bridge over the Great Letaba River. It's one of my favorite spots in Kruger. You just come here, park off, you're allowed to get out of your vehicle at this bridge. Maintain the distance between the two yellow lines, that's the marker where you're allowed to get out of your vehicle. Make a cup of coffee and enjoy the amazing sounds and scenery here. Hey? I just had a phenomenal sighting, it's actually still going on, of some ellies. They crossed from the left hand side right across the riverbed, and they're now swimming in the Letaba River. It is magic. This spot is fantastic. I love coming here. Such good memories of this place. And there's also a distinct smell and sound coming from these bridges. So the smell is the little swift nests underneath the bridge. That's what you smell on these things. They nest underneath the bridge. Unfortunately, when the heavy rains come down, washes the nests away underneath the bridge. I also wanted to answer something that I've been hearing in the last couple of years is the Kruger too commercialized? And in some ways I agree with that statement. Some of the areas of the park are too commercialized. But in my opinion, Satara northwards is absolutely phenomenal. Definitely not too commercialized. So the perfect time to get here is out of school holidays if you can. It's obviously a little bit difficult, but if you can get here out of school holidays, stay from Satara upwards, Satara to Pafuri. It's quiet. It can get very busy obviously, but I love this area of the park. It is phenomenal, and been exploring it for the last 4 days. Still a while to go. A lot of people ask me, Ed, why do you go to the Kruger so often? For me, I've been coming to the Kruger at least 3 to 4 times a year for 25 years. And it is so different on every trip. You get different sightings, the park always looks different. I mean, look now, all the rivers are flowing heavily, everything is green, the water is lying everywhere. Game sightings are at a minimum, because obviously the game is scattered because of the water. But I tell you, every single trip is different. You could have the sighting of your lifetime. You never know. So that is why I come back to the park so often. I love seeing the change of seasons. I love seeing the different birds visiting in the summer, the different sightings I get. You really can't say that 2 Kruger trips are ever the same. That's why I come here so often. And I must tell you, being here when it's quiet like this, having this entire bridge to myself, doesn't happen often, but it is really enjoyable. I love this place. Probably sound like I'm repeating myself a lot on this trip, but it really is that special. It is special to me. South Africa, you always hear a lot of bad things, and there are some bad things in this country, but this place specifically is just absolutely golden. It's a gem. It really is a gem. And we live in the most beautiful, I maintain that we live in the most beautiful country, in my opinion. When you get to experience amazing places like this, it really is as good as it gets. And is the Kruger an overland destination? I wouldn't say it's an overland destination. Yes, you can overland the Kruger, but you don't need big 4x4s to get up here. You can access this with any vehicle, any bit of kit. They've got chalets, camping, so you don't need a lot of camping kit and a big 4x4 to get here. Fly in, hire a vehicle and come and visit the Kruger. I know a lot of people already do, but really come and experience this place. I've always loved the Kruger. I still love the Kruger, and I always will love the Kruger. My next destination was Groot Dam. I've got the entire sighting to myself here at Groot. These elephants are right here playing around in the water. Magic. Best sighting I've had at Groot. Never seen the dam this full. It is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. There's nothing better than watching ellies play in the water. Awesome animals to watch. Plenty of ellies around here. I was privileged enough to test out some awesome new lead lenser kit on this trip, and Chris and I also got to spend time with our good mate and the man himself, Roger.
Hi, great people. As you always, welcome to Tsendze Rustic Campsite. That's the interest of the campsite, Tsendze Rustic Campsite, as we always see. You know, it's nice to have you here. You always welcome, as I'm always say to you, great people. You always great to us. So we really like to see you here to enjoy with us. You know, we're taking care of you. You're very important. You're very special to us. Let me say that just because when it comes, we feel so happy, you know, to drive all the way from where you are. You know that you're spending a lot. How can we not to take care of you guys? So we're very happy about you. It's nice to be with you. Please come, and you mustn't hesitate to come and meet Roger H. I'm Roger H, the one you're always seeing on Facebook. So now I'm live on YouTube. So you're very welcome, great people.
Roger and his wife Alina are the heartbeat of this amazing place, and Chris and I ended up already booking our next visit to Tsendze. So we're just heading to the fence. A lion is calling right here by the fence here at Tsendze. No luck, unfortunately, but yeah, hopefully we find them in the morning. Chris, what makes Tsendze so special for you?
I think it feels like you're in the bush, but you're in the Kruger National Park, which is quite nice, obviously, because you can game drive and all the usual things at Kruger, but the camping experience is really nice as opposed to sort of the caravan park feel. And you've got lines going right out the fence, which helps.
I just wanted to thank all my Patreons for the support, and just a reminder that you can support the channel on Patreon. Every little bit helps. And until the next adventure, cheers.